Good morning, students. Hope all are doing good. Children, in our previous lecture in geography, we have completed video 1 of our chapter number 8, How Seasons Occur, part 2. Right? In that, we have learned about apparent movement of the sun. We have also learned about the perihelion and aphelion position of the earth. Then we have learned about equinoxes, and last we have seen what is circle of illumination, right? Today we are going to learn about solstice and what are the cycle of season and how it affects the living world, right? So let's start with the geographical explanation. Solstice, when any one of the poles incline the most towards the sun, 23 degree and 30 parallel of that hemisphere receive perpendicular sun rays. See figure 8.4. The sun rays are perpendicular at the equator on 22nd March and 23rd September, which are the days of equinoxes. After 22nd March, other parallels between the equator and the Tropic of Cancer in the northern hemisphere start receiving perpendicular rays sequentially. Only on 21st June and 22nd December, the sun rays become perpendicular on the Tropic of Cancer and the Tropic of Capricorn respectively. These 2 days are called solstice days. Now see children, parallel between the equator and the Tropic of Cancer and Tropic of Capricorn start receiving perpendicular sun rays. After this, equator, above the equator and below the equator start receiving the perpendicular sun rays. So, only on 21st June, children, the sun rays become perpendicular on the Tropic of Cancer, and on 22nd December, the sun rays become parallel on the Tropic of Capricorn. Right? 21st June, sun rays become perpendicular where? On the Tropic of Cancer, and 22nd December, this sun rays become perpendicular on the Tropic of Capricorn. So children, these 2 days, that is 21st June and 22nd December, these 2 days are called as solstice days. Understood? So we have seen equinoxes days yesterday, right? Now we have seen solstice days, right? That is 21st June and 22nd December. On these 2 days, the sun rays become perpendicular on the Tropic of Cancer and Tropic of Capricorn. So these are known as solstice days. Now, so 21st June, children, is the longest day and shortest night in the northern hemisphere. So why this is happening, student? Because the North Pole, that is northern hemisphere, is facing towards the sun. That is why this is the reason why it is having the longest day and shortest night. Right? When? On 21st June. Northern hemisphere having longest day and shortest night. Now similarly, on 22nd December, it has the longest day and shortest night in southern hemisphere. Why? Because same, south ends of the axis is facing towards the sun, and because of this it is having the longest day and shortest night. So have you understood? On 21st June, northern hemisphere become the longest night and longest day and shortest night, and on 22nd December, southern hemisphere is having longest day and shortest night. Why? The reason is same, because the south end and north end of the axis is facing toward the sun. Because of that, they are having the longest day and shortest night. So I hope solstice days are clear to you children. Okay, moving ahead, next we are having is cycle of seasons. Let's see. Seasons have been decided on the basis of the duration of sunlight, equinoxes and solstice. The equatorial region does not experience any change of season. Hence, the climate in that region does not change at all in the year. In places beyond the equatorial, in either hemisphere, southern or winter are experienced one after the other within a year. The occurrence of season one after the other in a year leads to the cycle of season. Generally, there are two seasons, summer and winter, on the earth. However, in some places, seasons are taken to be four in all. Now see children, what are cycle of seasons? Sunlight, equinoxes and solstice. First of all, you have to keep this in mind. Sunlight, equinox and solstice. These are the three reasons why seasons occur. We have seen equinox and solstice. So now next, what is the equatorial region does not experience any change of season. Why we see this? I told you earlier that the equatorial always receiving sunlight, right? Equator always receiving sunlight. So there is no change in season, right? As equator receiving always sunlight, so there is no change in season. It is having the same type of climate. Hence, the climate in that region does not change at all in a year, but in places beyond the equator and below the equator. Okay, now we are talking about places below the equator and beyond the equator, right? What happened children over there? Summer and winter experience one after the other within a year. पूरे whole year में we experience what? Summer and winter, where beyond the equator and below the equator. So this region receive more sunlight or less sunlight. Because of that, season change. It repeat one after the other. So this occurrence of season one after the other in a year leads to a cycle of season. So what is cycle of season children? Beyond the equator and below the equator, the season keeps on changing within a year. It repeats one after the other. Summer after winter, winter after again summer. So it repeats one after the other. And this changes is known as cycle of season. So what is the cycle of season student? Yes, the repetition of season one after the other in a year is called cycle of season. I hope this is clear to you, cycle of season. Okay, now let's see the next para. The change in the atmosphere, vapor in the air, the wind and the precipitation also influence the season. Continuous occurrence of rain in a specific period give rise to an additional season besides summer and winter. Due to the local condition, seasons other than summer and winter are seen to occur in different parts. For example, rain occurs in India in a specific period. Therefore, we consider four seasons such as summer, the rainy season, the period of retreating monsoon and winter. There are four seasons in Europe and North America too. They are summer, autumn, winter and spring. Now see children, here you can see in so many countries there is only summer and winter. Okay, they have only two seasons, that is summer and winter. But depending on the climate of the region, this season changes. Okay, it depends upon the climate of the region. This season changes. For example, student, in India there is a winter, summer and rainy season, right? So it depends on the local condition of our India, okay, of our climate, right? That is why we are having winter, summer and season. It depends upon the local condition, how the climate is there. So here we considered four season, okay? Which four season we considered in India, children? Summer, rainy season, period of retreating monsoon and winter, okay? Because of climatic condition we consider this four season. Now student, you know summer, winter, rainy season, right? But what are the retreating monsoon? Do you know that? So children, retreating monsoon means when the rainy season ends, after that again some rain occur in the month of September and October. You might have seen when rainy season and again after some days we can see the rain in the months of September and October. So that is called as retreating monsoon. So in India we see this four season, okay? Summer, winter, rainy season and retreating monsoon. Now children, in other country like Europe and North America, they have summer, autumn, winter and spring. These are the four seasons they experience. So this depend upon the local condition of that region. Because of this season, the living world, okay, the life of the living world, animals, vegetation, it also changes, okay? Because of the season, children, life of the people, animal, vegetation, it also changes. So here we will see what will happen, how the cycle of season affects the living world. Let's see. If the earth axis were not tilted, the same climatic condition will have prevailed throughout the year. The season will not have occurred. One and the same time of climatic condition will have prevailed on each of the different parallels. It is the tilt of the axis that leads to occurrence of season, change and diversity on the earth, means variety. The living world on the earth is affected by the cycle of season. For example, in the region between 66 degree 30 and 98 degree in both the hemisphere, even the mild sunlight available for a part of the year give rise to certain flora and fauna. In the Antarctic region, at the southernmost part of the earth, birds like penguins, fish like seal, and animals like walruses are found. In the polar region of the northern hemisphere, animals like reindeer, polar bear, Arctic foxes, etc. are found. Now see children how it affects the living world. So student, you know in the Arctic circle, that is in the North Pole and South Pole, what happened over there? It is very cold. The climate over there is very cold. So when it is receive mild sunlight, even that is responsible for the growth of flora and fauna. Now what is flora and fauna? Flora means plant and fauna means animal. So because of the sunlight at that part of the year, when they receive sunlight, at that time only some plants grow, right? So some region when they receive sunlight, At that time only some plants grow because plant needs sunlight, na. You can see here some birds and animals like penguins, seal, walruses. So these animals and birds children, this is found in the Antarctic region. So where is this Antarctic region? It is below the equator, below the southern hemisphere, right? It is below the Arctic Circle. So this region is called Antarctic region. It is below the Arctic Circle and below the southern hemisphere. That is why this region is called Antarctic region. In Antarctic region, children, here you can find animals like penguins, polar bear, Arctic foxes, reindeer, etc. Right? So why these animals are found over here only? Because it is very cold, and here these animals survive in this region. Above the equator, these animals are found, right? Because they are having a thick fur, and this thick fur, it helps them to protect from the snow, from that cold region. Therefore, some animals are found in that particular region only because they are adapted to that climate. Okay, now let's see the next para. People living in this region too have adapted to the natural condition prevailing in that region. Our adaptation to climatic condition is possible only up to a certain limit. That is why organisms prefer to certain habitat. During extreme cold climatic condition, when the food supply becomes scarce, a number of birds and animals migrate temporarily. Trees bear fruit in a particular season. Therefore, agriculture season also depend on the local climatic condition. In polar areas, snowline shift north or south according to season. This affects migration of birds and animals. Now see children, what happened? Some animals and birds children, they cannot survive in this cold region, right? So what happened? Because of this cold region in a particular region, what happened? These birds, they migrate. Migrate means what they do? They go to some other places in search of food. This is known as migration, right? In search of food, they go to some other place. Because in this cold region, the trees cannot grow. So the animals cannot find food, right? The climate is cold over here. The sunlight is also mild. So because of these children, plants cannot grow. If plants cannot grow, animals cannot find the food. So because of this, these animals, birds, they have to migrate to some other places in search of food. So at that time, they go to another region. So we will see here some example of birds like student. When there is so much cold, okay, at that time they migrate and again they came in that region when it is summer season, right? So here you can see the bird. We can see some example. So here you can see the bird. This bird children, it is called Arctic fawn, okay? Which is this bird? It is a Arctic fawn. So here this bird is living in the North Pole. So when the cold increases in the North Pole, what happens? This bird, this Arctic fawn, it travels to the southern hemisphere. And when there is summer season, so in a course of a year, it travels around 70,000 kilometer. How much you travel? 70,000 kilometer. So when it is in northern hemisphere, when it is very cold, what happened? This Arctic fawn, it travel to southern hemisphere when it is summer over there in southern hemisphere. Once in southern hemisphere it is cold, then again it come to the northern hemisphere. So like this children, this Arctic one travel around 70,000 kilometer. So here children, I hope we have completed cycle of season also. So children, today what we have learned? Yes, we have learned about solstice days, right? That is 21st June and 22nd December. They receive the perpendicular sun rays. They are known as these 2 days. They are known as solstice days. Then we have learned about cycle of season, right? The occurrence of season one after another, repetition of season one after another in a year, it is called cycle of season. Then now we have learned that how this cycle of season affects the living world. Okay, how it affects the birds and animals. Because of that, the birds have to travel to different region, right children? So here we have completed our 8th chapter, how season occur, part 2, right? We have finished this lesson. Now it's evaluation time. So let's discuss some question and answers of this 8th chapter. So our first question is, answer the following in brief. In that, first one is, what lead to the occurrence of season? Answer. The earth revolves around the sun and its path of revolution is elliptical. The earth also rotates around its axis and its axis is tilted. The revolution of the earth and its tilted axis leads to the occurrence of season. Now why season occur children? Because the earth revolves around its sun, right? And when it is revolving, its path of revolution, it is an elliptical, it is not circle. And because of this children, what happened? Because of the revolution, their axis is tilted. And because of this tilted axis children, it's lead to the occurrence of season. Okay. Now next is, what is meant by cycle of season? Yes, let's see the answer. Due to differences in the heat of the sun received during different periods of a year, we experience summer and winter everywhere, every year. Season in the southern and northern hemisphere occur during different periods, one after the other. This is called the cycle of season. So we have seen what is cycle of season. Due to the difference in the heat of the sun, okay, which is received in a different period of the year. Because of this heat received by the sun, every year we experience what? Summer season and winter season. These two seasons we experience every year, right? So because of this, what happened? Season in the south and season in the north occur during different period, okay? So this repetition of season children, one after the other in a year, in a whole year, this season what happened? It keeps on repeating one after the other. Summer after the winter, winter after the summer. So some experience summer one after the other in a year, and some region experience winter. So this repetition of season children is known as cycle of the seasons. Okay. Now next is, what is the effect of the season not experienced in the equatorial region? Let's see the answer. In equatorial region, the sun rays are perpendicular for most of the days in a year. In equatorial region, the heat received by the sun is almost same throughout the year, leading to significant change in the climatic condition of the region. Therefore, the effect of the season is not experienced in the equatorial region. Now see children, why this season don't have the effect on the equatorial region? Because what happened? The sun rays are perpendicular, right? For most of the days in a year, right? In a whole year, we see that the sun rays are perpendicular, right? So in equatorial region, what happened? The heat received by the sun is same throughout the year. As we have seen, I told you, equator always receives sunlight and they are perpendicular throughout the year. And because of that, there will be no change in the climatic condition. Same climatic condition will have prevailed throughout the year, right? Because it receives perpendicular sun rays throughout the year. Therefore, children, the effect of season is also not experienced in the equatorial region. Okay, children? So, here we have completed the discussion of our question answers also. So, I hope children you have understood this lesson, chapter number 8. So, what you have to do is, yes, you have to read the chapter once again and you have to watch the video. Okay, children? So take care. We will be meeting in our next lecture. Have a good day and thank you.